Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spirit Wisdom Wednesday, where we gather here together in the healing space and allow some beautiful spirit wisdom to flow through. If you are new to me, my name is Meredith with the Healing Hummingbird, and what I love to do is help healers, givers, and spiritual go-getters reclaim their power, receive healing, and continue down on their path, embodying the energy of the hummingbird, which is all about having a brave heart and lightness of being. So today, we are actually going to do free live 5-minute readings. And I did wind up getting 7 submissions this time. And to honor the newness of the style of this type of video, I have a couple decks here that I have not used on camera. I know I haven't used these two at least. So if you are interested in what these decks are, please let me know in the comments below, and I will be happy to clarify. Okay, so let's just get centered here. I'm going to put my hands over my heart. Let's just take a couple deep breaths in. Inhale in and exhale out. Inhale in and exhale out. And today I just want to uplift the energy of healing and emotional balance. I have 2 smoky quartz spheres here to promote balance, since we will be connecting with a few different energies here today. Okay, so let's get started. So the first submission I got was from Janine. And her question is, will this be the year that I open my own healing practice? So let's start with some tarot. All right, Janine. So just setting the intention to connect with you ethically. If you get a yes when you ask, can Meredith give me this reading? Then we will go ahead and proceed. I'm feeling a yes from you already. All right, Janine. Will this be the year that Janine opens her healing practice? Will 2022 be the year for Janine to open her healing practice? Hi, Don. I see you in the comments. Thank you for being here live. I do have some healing music going in the background as well. Okay. So first we have the moon with Archangel Haniel. Okay, I'm going to put these down over here since they're a little shiny. The Knight of Fire, passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless. 3 of Earth. And 6 of Fire. Victory. Good news is on the way. Public recognition. Oh, Janine, I think that's a yes. So just something to clarify about Radley's deck here. This is Radley Valentine's deck. Fire means wands, earth means pentacles, and of course the moon is the moon. So some of his language is a little bit different here. Okay, so with the Knight of Fire, I can see that this has been something that you've been ready to take on. There's this like, when am I going to get to do this already kind of energy coming through. And down here, let's see, a sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. So there might be something that happens throughout this year. It feels like maybe in the middle of the year, something that would be unknown to you right now. There might be something that comes up that kind of gives you the kick in the pants that you need to go, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to get this business going. With the 3 of Pentacles, this is typically about collaboration and study. So you might decide to enroll in a class or connect with some peers that really help you make this beautiful transformation. Okay, well, that was really straightforward. Let me see if there's anything else that Spirit wants to let you know. With the Moon Oracle, this could give us a bit of a clue about when in the year, but I'm definitely getting a very clear yes. And I see in the moon, release fears that hold you back. So there might be some fear of failure, maybe even fear of success that's kind of stopped you in your tracks for a minute. Oh, Janine's in the chat. She says, I definitely feel such intense energy right now. Yeah, I know. I felt called to get all these crystals out for you. Okay. What else for Janine? What else does she need to know? Take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. I know this is one of the special moon cards. So whatever this event is that kind of sparks your tenacity to really get this going will be something that is unusual. Let's see. I think there's 2 more cards in here for you. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. And lastly, a fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. Wow. Okay. So yeah, Aries season, we're almost in Aries season, and Virgo season might be very significant for you. So you might decide to go ahead and get started pretty soon with Aries. And then in Virgo, you might be like, you know, filing your actual paperwork. You might be doing more monetary things that have to do with actually hashing out the details of your plan here with Virgo. Virgo, although it is about, you know, self-love, you are good enough. There's also attention to detail with Virgo. So you might be feeling paralyzed, wanting things to be just perfect or just so. And girl, let me tell you, I have that so bad, and don't let that stop you. Okay, you are definitely meant to do this. And I cannot wait to see what shakes out for you, Janine. Sounds like this is the year. So those were your messages. Thank you so much for your submission, and I will see you next time. Okay, moving on to Chandra. She said, what does Spirit want me to know about and focus on in my appointment on Friday? Okay, let's give you a fresh mix of the cards here. So that might be a message in and of itself, kind of like refreshing your energy. But let's remain open to what Spirit has to say in the tarot. So for Chandra, what do you want her to know about and focus on for her appointment on Friday? I'm definitely hearing take time to breathe. So you might be feeling a little nervous about something for Friday. And I'm seeing like a turquoise energy. So to me, that means like, well, maybe Amazonite might be helpful for you, Chandra. Maybe keep one of those little tumbles in your pocket if you have it, or maybe even wear that color. Could help you feel grounded. But also like green vista, like serene. Okay, we have for you the King of Earth, generous, professional, responsible, and practical. A successful time. Okay. We also have Five of Fire, competing goals, bothersome details. Okay, so this is usually about competition rather than conflict. So I don't want that to be an immediate red flag for you seeing that card. Okay, and then we have the Nine of Fire. Don't give up. Protect what you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. Interesting. So it looks like this is the energy that you will be meeting with in this appointment. You might be dealing with someone who is an earth sign or someone who is just a business expert. Okay, so I'm definitely getting the message to not be intimidated by the situation. It feels like this is something that you're being invited to face and speak up for yourself. I'm definitely seeing all this encouragement here. So this might be something that you're afraid to say in this appointment or afraid to reveal, something like that, because you're not sure how the other person is going to react. But I can see here with this King of Earth, that they will be very professional and understanding. Okay, so Spirit does not want you to be worried about any fallout. That's definitely a clear message that I'm getting here. Okay. And for Chandra especially, let's get some Moon Oracle cards for you. What else, Spirit? Any other advice for Chandra about this appointment? You've kind of explained the situation for us. We know you don't want her to be afraid. What should she focus on? What do you need to release with the waning moon? Ooh, interesting. There could be some self-limiting beliefs that are at play here that Spirit would love to see you release so that they don't get entangled into this conversation. It's not that it would be a mistake to do that, to really say how you're feeling, but it's like they don't want you to waste time in a way. It feels like this is a really practical matter, and the more upfront and almost blunt you can be about it, the better. So I hope this is making sense for you. Since they're talking about release, let's get a lesson card here for you. Okay. Can you give Chandra any insight about what would be most helpful for her to release for this appointment? Okay. I said drop cut. Well, it's drop cut. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So this could be mental health. You might be needing to prioritize your mental health and tell someone that you really respect and look up to as a professional that something needs to change. Spirit wants to help show up for you to advocate for your health, and also patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Absolutely. So all in all, with the appointment, they really want you to stay grounded and resolved to really speak your truth to this person, not to be afraid of what that reaction might be. It's all for your highest good. You're definitely on the right track, and you have lots of spiritual support, Chandra. So sending you tons of love and light. Thank you so much for your submission, and best wishes for Friday. I know it's going to go well. Okay, so next I had a submission from Instagram. Micey asked, what is in store for my love life in these coming months? All right. So what is in store for her love life in the coming months? And I hope I said your name right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. All right. What is in store for her love life in the coming months? I'm seeing a lot of pink, so you might be doing some healing work on yourself, deciding what really makes you happy, or trying to attract something. I'm hearing inner child work for you, Micey. Oh, okay, that's too many, Spirit, but we will take the top. Thank you very much. Let's get two more for her. Her love life in the next few months. Let's say I'm getting 3 to 4 months, so let's make that more specific for you. Okay. Here we go. Thank you. Okay, well, you do have the Ace of Water. That's the Ace of Cups, so falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship. Well, that's an excellent card to get for a love read. You also do have 5 of Earth or 5 of Pentacles, fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment, okay? And then what else do we have? 7 of Air or 7 of Swords, plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. Okay, it's interesting that you got a Pentacles card right in the middle of your love reading. So if there is a new situation happening for you, if you do meet somebody new, that seems like a love interest. And it does seem like there's either going to be someone who might come back. Okay, you might get a couple DMs, or you might meet somebody new that seems really promising, but there seem to be some barriers here. It might be that this person isn't disclosing a lot of detail about what they actually do. So you're like, I don't know if I can trust this person. I don't know if this is a real option. It seems like you might be considering something serious. Like, I don't want to date someone if I don't feel it's possible to eventually spend my life with them, which is totally understandable. I get that. You don't want to waste your time. So there might be some questions about this person's finances, or you might just find that they are kind of scared to really be honest with you about their situation. Okay, you're going to feel that intuitively. And then, yeah, it seems like the timing is not quite right here. So I'm going to get some advice cards for you, but overall, Micey, I am getting, don't settle, girl. Whatever this is, you do not need to settle. So let's get some clarification, Spirit. What else can she expect in the coming months for her love life? Any advice about how to deal with this situation? At least one more of these. Okay. Oh, that's it. Okay. You're very close to achieving your goal. Gibbous moon. And full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches conclusion, or resolution, rather. Yeah, so Cancer season should be within, I think, 3 to 4 months, like we said at the top of your reading. So that's kind of confirmation that that is the time frame that we are dealing with. And you're very close to achieving your goal. Again, I'm getting this really clear message for you to not settle. So basically, please don't accept an offer that doesn't feel aligned. If someone's not being honest with you, that is not nearly enough for you. You deserve way, way, way more. Honesty is just the baseline, okay? And it feels like if somebody is deceiving you or blowing you off, again with the 7 of air, it feels like the timing's not right. So you could meet this person or reconnect with your ex or whatever, and then say, okay, well, let's go out for coffee. If they keep blowing you off, that's pretty much unacceptable, honestly. So let's see what this final message is here for Micey with her love life in the next few months, because we do see a personal issue reaches resolution. Love to see that with all your personal growth. So let's end on a high. What is being resolved here for her? Death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Perfect. Okay. So basically, it feels like you're really going to be strengthened by this situation, and learning to say no or truly permanently let go of this ex, if that's your situation, is really going to help you cut away any dead weight and any old cords that are taking from you. So remember, you are so worthy, you're so loved, and you have much, much, much better things to look forward to, okay? So thank you so much for your submission. I hope that resonated, and I will see you next time. All right, so next we have a submission from Dani. She says, what can I do to get out of my creative and emotional rut? What can I do to get out of my creative and emotional rut? Okay, Spirit. So I'm seeing a lot of green for you, Dani, like deep green, like emerald green. So working with the heart chakra or even just the color green in general might be beneficial for you during this time. Eating things that are green can be very helpful. Also emerald, they keep saying that. So if you have like jewelry that's actually emerald, please wear that. That's what they're saying. Okay. All right. Let's see here. The Dreamer, Archangel Metatron, a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. This is also the Fool card. I know that you're familiar with tarot. Let's see. Page of Earth, scholarly, dependable, patient, successful. Good news about financial matters. Okay. A new area of study. Sounds like you're going to start something new. Another page, Page of Air, logical, honest, impulsive, curious. Challenging information, delays or change to plans. Truth delivered without tact. Okay. So I feel like in this situation, they're representing you as the Page of Earth. And so they're giving you two different options here with how to get out of a rut. You can either take aligned action on one of your dreams, With the Fool, you could take a leap of faith into a new opportunity, take a new class, cultivate a new skill. There's also a peer of yours. So this would be someone who is about the same age as you, but is more of an air sign. So this would be someone who's very intelligent, great sense of humor, very witty, but also very straight to the point. I don't know if I entirely agree with truth delivered without tact. Just to think like Gemini energy. Honestly, this reminds me a little bit of Sagittarius, like someone who's really blunt with you and who tells you how it is. Okay, so let's get some more advice for you. So that's a little general. Looks like we have a 2-path spread roughly here. All right, Spirit, do you have any more information for Dani about how to get out of this rut? Seems like you're saying either take a leap of faith and do something new or connect with a peer. So let's get clarification on this opportunity here. What about the leap of faith, Spirit? Oh, got one sticking out here. Okay, and then what about the peer? What does she need to know about that? They're saying they don't have a preference over the two. So I'm like, why are you giving her two very clear options? I was like, do you prefer one? Is one better for her? They're like, no. She just likes options. Okay, there you go. You like options. All right. So adjustments are required. 3rd quarter moon. So it feels like, okay, this might be explaining what the rut is. It feels like there's some blockages that need to fall away in order for this manifestation to come through. So a 3rd quarter moon is usually about rest after the full moon. So you could have had like a rush of energy recently in your life where there was a lot of manifesting going on, and now you might be feeling tired and kind of foggy. Like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to do next. And there could be some self-limiting beliefs coming in here, blocking the opportunity of the Fool card. So you definitely want to make sure that you're continuing your self-work. I know you're really big on that. Yeah, and if that is something that you want to do, it feels like this option would be more work, but might be more gratifying. And this would be good in the short term. So here's a short term with the peer, and then the long-term situation is to release your blockages so you can move forward on this manifestation. Full moon in Cancer again. Okay, a personal issue reaches resolution. So this peer of yours is someone who helps you feel very emotionally validated, very emotionally comforted. Hold on a second. They are telling me to get a different tarot deck out for you. All right, just for Dani, we are getting out the spirit animal deck. All right, Spirit. What spirit animal energy is around Dani to help her with this rut? So I know you're giving her a lot of information. It feels like that might be part of your blockage too, Dani, is you're just getting so much information. You're like, oh my gosh, I wish someone would just tell me what to do. Like, instructions would be nice, right? All right. What's the takeaway message for her? Phoenix. Oh my gosh, that's a spirit card. There aren't many of those. Okay. Yeah, it looks like you've come through a period of transformation, and you know that. So definitely go with whichever one of these that we described here today, which one feels more exciting, and do that. Because it feels like you have lots of fiery energy that's pent up. So we definitely want to find whichever one of these options nurtures that the most. Okay, so thank you so much for your submission. I'm sending you tons of love, and I will see you next time. Okay. And next, if I can find my deck, my kitty cat is sleeping next to me. Okay, we have a submission from Michelle. What is it that I can't let go of? It's something that she heard her spirit guides talk about. She wants to know what that is. Okay. All right, Michelle. Let's see. Oh. What else, Spirit? What does Michelle need to let go of? She knows you're trying to help her with it, but she would also like to know so she can work on it too. Oh, that feels like that one. Okay, what else from Michelle? All right. So you have the 6 of Fire. Victory, good news is on its way. Public recognition. All right. 2 of Air. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision. A stalemate. Pretending there is no problem. I think she's just unaware. I don't think it's that she's pretending, Spirit. These cards are a little sassy. Do any of you all use Radley's cards? This text down here is like, it's got a little spice in it. Okay, and then the 7 of Water. A complex decision. The need to do research. Stop procrastinating. I've got an inkling over here. But let's get a lesson card for you, dear. Let's just get right to it. I know you're ready to do the work, whatever it is. So what does Michelle need to release? What are you trying to help pull out of her? Ooh. Purpose. I know what I am here to do. Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And peace. I am a being of love and release all negative energy. So I wonder, Michelle, this might be something you're totally unaware of. I got an inkling over here that you might have an underlying fear of success or public recognition. And I know that's tricky. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but I definitely had that as well. And especially because change came out underneath that. You might be feeling worried like, well, how would that work? Or I don't even want to deal with having a website or anything like that, you know? So it feels like a shift in awareness, but not your awareness. Like not being sure of how comfortable you are with other people knowing who you are. Does that make sense? I feel like it's a fear of success here. So let me actually, I haven't pulled this one out yet. I have a little clarifying deck, a little baby deck that I will pull out for you because I know you're dying for a clear answer here. So is that right, Spirit? Is it fear of success that Michelle needs to let go of? Is that what we're working on here? Fear of success, is that correct? The Hanged Man. Okay. Let me get one more. To me, that's reading as a yes because it's a need to shift your perception about something. Four of Wands. Yeah, you could be feeling really stable with what you've got going on right now. So it might not be super appealing to start something totally new and unknown. And then you've got the Daughter of Cups. That's the Page of Cups. So this would be the equivalent. I see this as you delivering spirit messages to other people. I feel like that's what it is. I feel like there's this underlying fear that will be successful and that you'll have to over-explain that to people. But I know that things are going well for you in other parts of your life. So I think there's that fear to change that. Okay, so I hope that was clear, that fear of victory or fear of public recognition. But of course, the message is to not be afraid. There's this kind of like brimming feeling of excitement for you, Michelle. I think your spirit guides are super excited for you to realize this so we can let it go and move forward. All right, so thank you so much for your submission, and I will see you next time. All right, next we have Dawn. She asks, what is my next step concerning the artwork I saw today? Okay. All right. Oh, Dani said, thank you so much. That was perfect. Oh, good. I'm glad. Sometimes the messages will sound a little cryptic to me because they don't reveal the whole situation to me. So I'm like, I hope that makes sense for this person. So thank you for confirming that. All right. So for Dawn, what is her next step concerning the artwork she saw today? What is her next step, Spirit? Okay. Oh, that's 3 right there. Okay, let's start there. So we have the moon with Archangel Hanael. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. 8 of air or 8 of swords. An illusion of being trapped, lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. I often call this one the self-imprisonment card. And then 2 of earth or 2 of pentacles. Let's see. Consider a more playful approach. I feel like they want to get moon oracle cards because the moon came out again. So there's some element of the unknown here. But I can definitely see that you're feeling like kind of stuck and juggling 2 options, it feels like, with the 2 of earth. Like, am I going to be able to swing this? It feels like, this is such a Sagittarius thing. It feels like you may have seen like a piece that you loved and thought, well, I could just buy some of this. Or I could learn how to make some of it. You know what I mean? Like, should I take on a whole skill and get into this as a hobby or a passion, or should I just buy some of it? So that might be what you're weighing out over here. And if that's the case, I can hear one of your guides laughing and saying, let's take a lighter approach to this. Maybe not go so all the way headfirst in. Whatever this is, it feels like an emotional response has been elicited from it, from the artwork. Like art you could cry over. Okay, take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Yeah, you might want to sleep on this decision, Dawn. And luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. All right, that's our sign. If you're struggling between 2 different things, you might be tempted to do both. Let's get you a spirit animal card. All right, Spirit. Is there not just a clear next step? Like, why is there so much information here? Could we streamline this for Dawn? And we have the elk. So this is about fatherly energy. It's about earth energy, remaining grounded, stable, stabilizing the home. Ooh, so if there's something going on with the home, it feels like there's a feng shui placement that would be beneficial to look at. So if there's if you purchase the art or even make it, and there's some kind of element featured in it, like fire, for example, take a look at feng shui and what room or what direction would be best to put that in. Let's see. Okay, so to clarify that, he's looking over here. Take time to breathe out. I feel like you're going to get more clarity, maybe even in your dreams. So make sure that you're documenting those. I feel like they're talking to you during that time. I can see why you asked this. All right. I'm going to ask one more time. What is Dawn's next step here? Could you clarify these messages, Spirit? It's just a lot of information. This can happen a lot with Sagittarius energy. I know because I am one, is at least for me, I can become so interested in the complexity of things that it just feels like there's endless possibilities. Whereas, you know, not everybody has that experience. So I understand this energy. That's why I'm trying hard to get a clarified answer for you, Dawn. All right. Okay. Yep. Oh, 7 of Swords. I thought that was 4 for a minute. Interesting. And Justice. There's an unknown element to this, okay? To whatever this artwork is. I would not take the first offer you were given. Okay, I'm going to let that message just speak for itself. Make sure that everyone's intentions are high vibrational in this situation. Don't overpay, I'm hearing. Only pay what's fair. Okay, don't let yourself be taken advantage of. That's super important. That's it. I'm going to leave it there for you, Dawn. I feel like that was the answer. Okay, thank you so much for your submission. I will see you next time. All right, and then for our last submission of the day, and let's see, let me check what time it is. It is 7:37. You know what? After this one, if someone's here live, or I might even do just like a little general poll for everybody watching live, I think we have time to do that. So stick around if you're here. I'll get a healing message for us collectively. All right, so Rose is asking for pretty much just a general check-in. She says, what do my spirit guides want me to know? So for Rose, could we get a general check-in here? And thank you all so much for submitting your questions. I kind of did this little free version. You know, the readings were super short to, of course, connect with you. That's the most important thing to me, but also to gauge interest. So it does seem like there was a fair amount of interest. I could do this maybe as like a paid version where it's like a ticketed event. The price would still be pretty low. We could do like 10-minute readings, for example. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. It's a good way to consult a reader at a really good price. And there's a lot of readers that I admire who do similar things. So, okay, for Rose, what do you want her to know right now? General check-in. Okay, so first we have the Ace of Air, the 9 of Water, oh my gosh, and the Star. What? I can't believe this is just a general check-in. Whoa. Okay, well, your spirit guides want you to know that your wishes are coming true. The 9 of Cups is the wish fulfillment card, okay? And it's between the Ace of Swords, which is a huge realization, and the Star, which is about your life purpose. Happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. You are on the right path. You're exactly where you need to be. These are exceptional cards. I'll just be honest with you. Brilliant new ideas and inspiration. Seeing the truth of a situation. Wow. It feels like you're finally going to realize that your dreams are actually attainable. I am aware that you're a Taurus, so I know that Tauruses can be a little too practical when it comes to their own self-care, okay? So it's time to focus on yourself, for sure. And your spirit guides want you to know that everything you've ever asked for is extremely reasonable, maybe even a little too reasonable. They're inviting you to reach a little higher. And then also there's an archangel here that showed up for you, Archangel Jophiel. Jophiel? So you might want to look her up. All right. What else about Rose's general guidance here? What a stellar check-in. Oh my gosh. All right. We have believe in the... Stop. Stop it right now. Are you seeing that? What did we just talk about? Believe in the impossible. Okay, there it is. Also, oh my gosh, stop it. All of you saw me shuffle these cards. Get out of here right now. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Wow. You were meant to see this reading. If there was a question in your mind of whether or not you should have asked that question, 1,000 times yes. Wow. I'm pretty blown away. So let me try to actually do a little bit more of a reading rather than being so impressed by spirit by pulling these cards. So with the new moon in your sign of Taurus, this is an invitation to make a new plan. Okay, so whatever original goal you had your eye on, like let's say if it was money, for example, like a dollar figure to have in the bank with the star here and believe in the impossible, why don't you add a couple zeros on that? Okay, you've got the Midas touch right now. And with wish fulfillment, it's like everything is aligning for you. Wow, this is outstanding. This is super exciting. I hope you can feel how exciting this is. And then let me get one takeaway for you here with the spirit animals. So for Rose, with her extremely remarkable general check-in here, what guiding energy is around her right now? Do you have any advice for her? I'm basically just hearing, just decide what you want and ask for it. Earthworm. I think you might get that card a lot. So this is about someone who feels inexperienced. So this could have to do with planning a new experience that you've never had before. And you might be feeling like, oh, maybe I need to turn inward and do more research, or I'm not sure. No. You've done enough research to know exactly what you want. You're definitely experienced in this field. So for example, if this had to do with travel, they're saying you've done enough research to know where you want to go, or you've looked at enough interior designs to do what you want to do. Okay, so it's time to unfurl out of this earthworm energy because you have the star and a blue moon. Okay, so this is an incredible opportunity to plan something new, and you're going to get it. Just believe that you deserve it. Okay, so those are your messages. Thank you so much for your submission, and I will see you next time. Okay, let's check in here. Okay, Dawn says, this is right on. Oh, good. I'm glad. She also says the paid 10-minute reading sounds awesome. Janine says, I really like the setup. I'd definitely be interested in doing this again. Okay, great. So I will go to the drawing board. So for those of us left, as just a treat for sticking around, I would love to do a general poll for just us who are watching this portion of the video or this portion of the live especially. So let's take one deep breath in together. So inhaling in and exhaling out. And I would love to just ask in general, what does Spirit want us to know right now? And there's all these hearts surrounding us. So I'm really feeling the love with just the small group of us left. I like this intimate feeling. So they're bringing up to me, I'm not even shuffling yet. They're bringing up to me this idea of recovery. So if any of us have been feeling sick, maybe even just physically a little under the weather, feels like something with the tummy or digestive issues, it feels like that is being released, that we might just need to rest a little more than usual. So don't feel guilty about hitting the snooze button or even going to bed a little bit earlier than usual. Okay. So what else, Spirit? What would you like for us to know with this little intimate group of us here that are left at the end of this reading? Let's do cuts. Ooh. All right. Oh, look at that. Okay, so they want to talk about this crystal. Isn't this stunning? This is chrysocolla, and it feels like this is what they would like to focus on for the healing energy for us. Chrysocolla for me is excellent for treating the relationship between the heart and the throat chakras. So it has a lot to do with speaking from the heart. So I'm glad that that is in the shot there. Okay, High Priestess with Archangel Hanael. Listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. Nine of Earth. Girl, yes. I'm so glad we got this. Enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. Okay. All right. So for us entrepreneurial souls, that's great news. This is also, for me, this card is like personal wealth, like independent wealth. And then the King of Fire, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, communicate with vision and be a leader, or advice from someone creative. I love how there are two kind of totally different cards here. So we have like the card of inner wisdom, listening to your intuition, you know, connecting with divine source on your own, and then also consulting this expert. I love that. I love a balance of both things because it's amazing to find a mentor or take a class that really resonates with you, with the understanding that not every single word that this person utters will be perfect for me. So to only take what resonates and do not let the rest take from you. It's definitely a clear message here in order to hold on to this wealth that we've cultivated here. Wow. Excellent. Okay, what else, Spirit, would you like us to know for this little group of us that's left here? It feels like I'm hearing going along your merry way. So it feels like taking a lighthearted approach to the days ahead and just noticing little things. So if things are starting to turn green in your area, just noticing that. Little changes, getting excited about what's coming next. It's almost like you're rolling out this rainbow carpet of clouds for things to unfold in beautiful ways. All right, new moon in Aries, it's time to take action. And full moon in Taurus, your dreams need a practical plan. Okay. So, if you are left here and you are watching this portion of the reading, it feels like you have some solid plans for your career, or you might even be like founding a business. So it feels like we need to hash out some more of the details. So you might have like an outline. So they're like, we want an itemized list of what you are going to do each month, because it's really time for us to kick it into high gear. And if this is really resonating for you and you were on the fence about taking some sort of class to help you with your business, I'm getting a yes up here. I feel like it would definitely be worth the investment, but not to, let's say you're between a couple different options. If something feels like you would be overreaching your budget or it might feel uncomfortable, don't do that. That's your intuition saying not right now. Okay, if it feels too uncomfortable, that would be not necessarily a no, but just a not right now. Okay. All right. I'm also getting that we have a card in here in the lessons deck. So they brought up this recovery message for us. What were we recovering from? Feels like they want to clarify for us what lesson we've learned. What lesson we're coming out of. All right. That is so true for me. I hope it's true for you too. Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Yeah. So those stomach issues that Spirit brought up before, they're saying that's just fear leaving your body. So let yourself rest. It's okay. So they're just affirming that you have done an excellent job facing your fears and moving forward towards your life purpose. And if you are an entrepreneur or doing a spiritual business, they are definitely saying this is absolutely your purpose, dead on. We really want to support you and help you feel nurtured during this process. And then to round out our reading, we have the elephant. Oh, and the hummingbird. Guys, start that business, girl. Start it. You have ancient wisdom on your side. Okay. I'm going to leave that there. What a beautiful moment. And I'll put our healing crystal for this last group here in the middle. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sending you tons of love and light. Have an amazing end of the month. It's almost March, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye.